Hi beautiful souls, welcome to my channel Elle's Temple. My name is Elle, I'm a goddess guide and intuitive tarot reader, and today I'm so excited to be bringing you a very special Wheel of the Year reading all about what blessings are ready to be harvested this autumn or fall equinox. So this is a reading for the Mabon festival, which for those of you that are new to Wheel of the Year, just to quickly explain, it's a pagan festival or pagan system that acknowledges and honors the 8 main seasonal shifts throughout the year. So we are now at the Mabon festival, or Sabbath as it's also known, and Mabon happens always on the fall equinox, which is usually around the 23rd of September in the northern hemisphere. And this is a time when we have equal parts night and day, and it's when we're observing and acknowledging and honoring the shift from the spring and summer portion of the year when the light was increasing to this seasonal shift or this halfway shift in the year, which is quite a significant shift because we're looking at the light starting to dim, or that sort of solar energy starting to dim. And it's a time where we turn from our energies going outward and all those intentions that we set earlier on in the year, all that sort of solar energy to kind of push things out in the world. We're starting to flip the energies and withdraw and go within and use the energies to start to acknowledge our inner life, to really start to slow down, to practice all those like yin things, self-reflection, all of that kind of thing. So this festival, this is one of the 3 main harvest festivals. So the first one was Lughnasadh, which I did a Lughnasadh reading as part of my Wheel of the Year series 6 weeks ago. And then we're now at Mabon, and the last harvest festival is Samhain. So this particular one is a perfect time where we're acknowledging that shift into autumn, because it's marking the very beginning of autumn. It's marking the beginning of the slower part of the year and where the light's starting to diminish. And so we can look at like, what have we been sowing seeds for and watering and growing throughout all of the spring and summer, and what blessings are coming in, and like give thanks for that and give gratitude for all the blessings and all the abundance that has come in. Be grateful to ourselves for any efforts that we've put into growing our creative projects, for all of the energy and solar energy we've been plugging into things to make them grow and flourish in the world. And so we can use this halfway point to give thanks for what we have done or what we have received, but also look at what is ready to be harvested as well. It's a big festival in terms of it falls usually around the time of like the apple and grape harvest and things like that. So it's a time of year where the earth is very abundant, where there's a lot in nature that is out available ready to be harvested, but that does require a certain amount of work as well. It requires a certain amount of like going out and going foraging and getting those elderberries or those apples or whatever it might be that you're harvesting. So with this reading, with that in mind, I'm splitting it into 2 portions. So the first half of the reading here on YouTube is going to be about what are the blessings that are ready to receive. So if you like, this is kind of saying, okay, what are the fruits or what are the dreams or wishes or manifestations that you've already set into motion up to this point that are ready on the trees. They've already grown. The nature has done all its stuff to kind of like grow it and get it to this fullest point. And for my second half of the reading, the extended reading, which is going to be over on my Patreon, that is going to be all about what you need to do in order to go and actually harvest these blessings. So that's just sort of looking at, are there any energetic shifts that you need to make? What is the right vibrational state to be in? Is there anything you need to let go of? Is there anything you need to actually take action on as well? Because, with harvest, like I said, there's a certain part of like the universe has done their part to grow the fruit. The sun's been shining, whatever it might be, everything's been coming to a certain point of culmination. It's sort of the festival, the harvest festival, where everything has grown to its fullest peak, and we can go out and celebrate all the ripeness of all of the vegetables and all the bounty that the earth has provided for us. But like I said, there's still a portion of work. So there's still a portion of going out and actually physically making, like, getting into harvest and actually doing the work to reap those rewards, to reap those blessings. So that's how we're going to split the reading up today. So without further ado, to introduce each of the 3 piles, if you are drawn to pile number 1 with nurture, And we've also got the Firestone crystal here. This will be, you will be pile number 1. So the timestamp for your reading will be in the description box below, as always. If you are drawn to manifest and the goldstone crystal, you will be pile number 2. And last but not least, if you are drawn to purposeful and the bloodstone crystal, you will be pile number 3. Okay, my love, so pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose which pile is most drawing you in. The only card that I've pre-pulled for you today is a goddess card, which I will read out at a little bit of the goddess message for you at the end. And with the Patreon reading, I'll be going into a goddess, a very special goddess ritual or spell for manifesting your wish or your manifestation. So that's just over on the Patreon community. So do join me over there if you'd like to go a little bit more in depth and look at exactly how you can manifest or how you can reap these blessings for this autumn equinox or Mabon season. Okay, my loves, I will see you in your pile. Hi there, pile number 1. If you chose this gorgeous nurture card and the fire quartz crystal, this will be your reading. Okay, so let's get straight into, I'm going to start with some tarot today for you to have a look at. We'll start with a bit of an energy check to have a look at what energy you've been in up until this point, up until this autumn equinox shift. Okay, so what energy has pile 1 been in? 10 of Wands. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely carrying some burdens here, feeling like, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to get to my destination? Am I ever going to get like whatever it is that I've been trying to manifest, or whatever wish I've put out into the universe? It feels like very heavy energy. There's a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, or a lot of fears, or like just heavy energy that you've been kind of carrying up to this point. So if that feels like you, then you have come to the right place. Let's have a look at what is changing through this full equinox point. What is changing for pile 1? 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so something is going to start feeling like perhaps the universe is starting to work with you a little bit. Like there's an energy of some kind of collaboration going on here. An energy of starting to see something kind of crystallize into being. So this is good because with Pentacles energy, this is like something tangibly manifesting. So I kind of feel like with the 10 of Wands here in the previous energy, this is like there's been something you've been trying to make happen on the physical plane, but it feels like it hasn't really happened and you haven't seen any actual physical, tangible evidence of anything you've been trying to work hard for. But with this 3 of Pentacles, it's like, you know, this is a card of, you know, recognition and other people sort of admiring your work and things like that. It's a card of collaboration as well. So maybe you're starting to get some energy shifting where there's some kind of help coming in, whether it's from the universe, whether it's from certain people or like earth angels or people around you or something. There's something actual like on the physical plane that's coming in that's going to like crystallize into something, whether that's possibly a work project, it could be a creative project, something like that. There's just some energy of like something actually starting to appear for you. So I love that energy for you. Let's get a bit more of an idea of what blessings are ready to be harvested for pile 1. We've got peace of the goddess, inner peace. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, if some of you have been carrying a lot of burdens or responsibilities or like issues or something like that, maybe there's been some conflicts in your life or just a lot of struggling energy. I feel like you're coming into an energy through this autumn equinox of cultivating a lot of inner peace. And I feel like with this figure here, hopefully you can see she's writing. It looks like she's writing in her journal. So maybe some of you are starting to write, or you're working on a writing project, or you're just journaling or doing some sort of writing or scripting, or journaling could be very helpful for you to manifest whatever it is that you are wanting to bring into your life at this time. So there's something around like cultivating this like beautiful kind of almost like sanctuary for yourself with both the nurture card here and this inner peace with this, like, it sort of feels like a very protective zone, you know, like this, I don't know what you call that, those kind of curtains that hang over the top of a bed. It's like it's kind of giving me very protective energy. So certainly, you know, we've got the fall energy here with the leaves starting to fall off the trees. So as that season starts to happen and, you know, the leaves start to lose, the trees start to lose their leaves, then just really going within, taking some time out to do that journaling, to set your intentions, to have little rituals of like making yourself tea. You know, she's got some books here, so like reading books. I was just trying to read. Oh yeah, one of them's A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, so that could be a book to read for some of you. And the other one, I can't read it. I think it says something, Levels of Energy or something, but I can't read who that's by. So maybe reading about energy work or, you know, spiritual books or something like that could be called for through this time to kind of like help raise your vibration or give you some ideas of like what it is that you want to manifest in your life, what you want to nurture into being. You know, how to let go of old struggles or like close out this cycle and, you know, any cycle of burdens that you've been carrying, and really cultivate peace within. I feel like cultivating peace is going to be the key. It's going to be the crux towards being able to harvest the blessings that are coming to you. But if you have been feeling like you have been in a state of turmoil or frustration or feeling like nothing's been manifesting, then starting to cultivate peace very consciously will really help you to start to see the blessings that are all around you. And then we have happiness, beautiful, joy of life. So I feel like one of the blessings that is coming to you is feeling more joyful, feeling more happy, more free, which is lovely to see because I feel like this is really the opposite energy of this. This figure here is just carrying so much weight, so much heaviness, so many burdens. And this figure here just is like got some eggs, which is symbolic of fertility, which is like creative energy. So I feel like there's some sort of creative project that you're holding on to, that you're starting to fertilize into being. And this is such a light, bright, sort of free energy. It's very, it's very like easy. It just feels very sort of like easy and joyful and like things are just, it's kind of like I'm getting the energy with this hair jumping in. It's like things are able to move very quickly, unlike this energy where this figure is trudging up a hill or a mountain carrying so much weight. It's like, is this ever going to happen? Am I ever going to get there? Why is nothing working? It's like very sort of frustrating energy or very heavy energy. With this, like with the hairs can sometimes symbolize like changing direction or like adaptability, definitely also fertility as well. Here's a symbolic of fertility. So there's an energy of shifting from this sort of heavy energy towards this very light, adaptable, fast-paced, very fertile, very creatively fertile energy. So there might be some kind of creative project that you're starting to work on that's going to create a lot of like joy for you. That is so beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at the Celtic deck. What blessings? Ooh, that came out fast. Wow, the gift, communication, gift, and crystals. Love this. Okay, so yeah, with communication and with the figure writing here, I feel like, you know, one of the things that I feel like you may be very gifted in pile number one is a gift of communication in some form. So this could be writing, it could be speaking, it could be, you know, doing some sort of a like social media being on a social media platform where you communicate your ideas, or starting a blog, or whatever it might be. I feel like over this fall equinox time, so over this 6 week period in the lead up to Samhain, this could be a very potent time for you to tap into that gift of communication, to use it to start to see kind of what ideas you might get. I feel like with this figure holding all these eggs here, it's like you're holding a lot of creative like potential within you. Like you're very creatively fertile, part number one, which sounds really strange to say, but I hope you know what I mean by that. Like, you know, you have a lot of potential to be able to express a lot of creative ideas, or you have a lot of creative energy within you that just needs a little bit of time and space to be nurtured. Like, as I mentioned with that nurture card and the piece here, I feel like there needs to be some sort of burdens put down, and then this energy of carving out some time and space in order to tap into this gift of communication. Also, with crystals here, that crystals could be a useful tool to use at this time. So any kind of crystals for the linked with the sacral chakra, which is linked with your creativity, and also with the throat chakra, which is all about expressing your truth and communicating your truth. So yeah, either things like sodalite is very good for that, or actually I was just thinking this fire quartz is very good for like tapping into your passion, and it also helps build like confidence and self-esteem and self-worth. So if you're struggling to like feel confident enough to express yourself, then fire quartz could be very useful for you. Okay, let's have a look at my energy. Whoa, that came out fast. Okay, and we've got memory, and we've got a book here. Interesting. Yeah. So I feel like with memory here, and we've got the Leo sign, which is all about like, you know, again, what I was just talking about, self-worth, self-confidence, shining your light, feeling confident enough to put things out in the world in some way. I feel like with this book, and then communication, and then this figure looks like she's writing here. I feel like for you, pile number one of the blessings that is coming to you is something related to writing, possibly some kind of book, like I said, or if it's not writing something like a novel or working on some sort of book project or writing project, then writing or reading other people's writing, or connecting with communication in some form, or journaling or scripting could be very helpful to help connect with your creativity, or help connect with like your inner joy, your inner child as well, and like to really nurture yourself. I feel like though something related to writing something is going to be something that you're going to be very successful for with this memory card under this Three of Pentacles. It's like something that people are going to really admire, and something that you can really put out in the world, like in a physical sense. Some of you may be Leo's sun. That's just for some of you, or have Leo really strong in your chart somewhere. But I feel like it's more that energy of tapping into that Leo energy of feeling confident to shine your light, or feeling confident to put your work out there in some form or fashion, whether it is like a blog, whether it is something on social media, whether it is communicating something. Maybe some of you want to start a channel. Maybe some of you just have some kind of gift that you want to share. Maybe some of you want to do something related to crystals, or you know, it could be anything, really. I feel like with memory as well, this could be to do with something that like you might have a past life memory of doing this already. So maybe for some of you in a past life, you were already very gifted at communication. Like maybe you already were some sort of orator or writer or something along those lines. Like you had to use the gift of communication in some way in a past life. So this is something that you've come into this life and you already have memories of this. So you could actually just like almost unlock that memory of certain things that you want to, you know, that you maybe want to put out in this world. Like maybe, for example, if you're thinking of writing a book, it might not be something that is actually so hard to do. Like with this 10 of Wands here, it's like maybe you perceive that it's going to be very difficult and going to be this like extremely hard thing to try and like figure out how to do that. But in actual fact, this is something that like you're so gifted at that you can actually almost like channel the book is kind of what I'm getting. It's like you don't have to physically necessarily work maybe as hard as someone else to like receive this information. Yeah, I feel like definitely I'm being drawn back to this crystals again. I feel like there's something around crystal energy that could really help you to like tap into this energy to be able to connect with the things, connect with this gift, and connect with the things that you're meant to communicate in some way. Interesting. Let's finish up with your goddess card, and then if you want to join me over on the Patreon, I'll be going into a goddess ritual, and we'll also look at exactly how you can harvest this energy, because like I spoke about in the intro, this is all about like there's certain energy that's waiting ready, that the universe has already prepared for you. It's already there. It's already abundant. It's already like on the tree ready for you to go and pick it. But there might just be something that you need to do, whether it's within your energy, whether it's actually something in the physical plane you need to go and do, whether it's something you need to release. And so we're going to look a bit more in depth in exactly what you need to do in order to receive these blessings, or in order to harvest these blessings. So to finish up, we've got Goddess Dindrain, Goddess of Generosity. Beautiful. I love this. I feel like, yeah, the universe is going to be very generous. There are going to be a lot of rewards that are going to come to you. I feel like with the orange here, we've got a lot of like orange and green energy here. This figure's wearing orange and green here, and there's a lot of orange and green in this card, and then again with the orange hair and the green dress. So orange is linked with the sacral chakra, which, as I spoke about with the fire at the beginning, that's all about your creativity and igniting that creative energy, your creative passions. And green is linked with the heart chakra, so this is doing something you really love. So I feel like there's something around like putting down some kind of burden, letting go of some cycle, closing down some kind of cycle, because 10s are all about the end of a cycle, and then focusing on nurturing your creativity, focusing on nurturing your creative gifts, especially for communication in some shape or form. And if you do that, if you're able to really do that and step into that and honor that and work on it, then I feel like the universe is going to be very, very generous. I feel like abundance is going to come to you, or some sort of a like the recognition or status or support or collaboration or whatever it is that you're seeking, community, whatever it might be, is going to come to you as a result of the efforts that you put in to this project. So let's just have a look at the guidebook and see if there's a final message I can finish on for you. So beautiful. A shower of heavenly blessings is being bestowed on you. Everything in life is improving, even what is or has been bad. Yeah, I feel like with that 10 of Wands, there's been some difficulties. It's getting better. Help will grow and become more abundant when you draw it closer to you. You can attract and activate gifts of spirit. Oh my gosh, what do we say about the gift with literally gift? Yeah, gifts of spirit to work for you when you call for general or specific help. You will recognize the response to your call by people and events sent your way when required, whether for finances, love, legal advice, health, work, or any other situation. You have tapped into an abundant source or well that will not run dry. Your power of communication. There we go, the gift, communication. I spoke about that. Your power of communication flourishes in business, health, and love, confirming your belief in divine intervention. People destined for you are appearing in your life for a good reason. Yeah, that's what I felt with this Three of Pentacles, like people, some sort of support from the universe, people coming to help, people collaborating with you, people supporting you, people like, you know, it could be like if you're starting a business, it's like people giving you good reviews, or if it's you're putting, you know, your work, your writing work or something, your creative work out in the world, it's people coming forward and praising your work or something. Maybe you get another writer who reads your work and they give you a really good review or something like that. Really good, really good review. Okay, and so we've got a ritual here for financial abundance and a special message, which I'm going to go into over on the Patreon. So if you'd like to join me over there, I would love, love, love to see you over there. This reading will be part of the Wild Woman tier. So it's the very first and lowest price tier. So I would love to see you over there if you'd like to find out exactly what steps you need to take in order to unlock or harvest these blessings. Otherwise, if I'm leaving you here, pile number one, all the best with this work that you're putting out there, all these blessings, and I will see you in the next reading. Don't forget to hit the like button. It tells me what content is resonating for you guys, and leave a comment below if it resonated. I would so love to hear from you. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already part of the Els Temple community. I would love to have you here. All the best with your Autumn Equinox, and I will see you in the next reading. All my love. Bye. Hi there, part two. If you chose the manifest card with the goldstone crystal, then this will be your reading. So right off the bat, pile number two, I kind of get the energy that you are in manifesting mode, or there is something in particular that you are trying to manifest in your life. I feel like with the goldstone crystal, this is a lot to do with like, because it's actually a man-made crystal, but it's made with the like natural resources, right? Like energy from nature, things out of nature, but it's man-made. So I feel like something that you're trying to manifest is something that you're trying to make, like whether it's like being like an entrepreneur, or creating your own path, creating your own business, creating your own products, going your own way, doing something that is like your own, kind of like your own path that you figured out, or like making something that is unique kind of thing, like making something out of resources, because even though it's man-made, like I said, it's using natural resources still to make it. So it's like it's like a collaboration between yourself, like the energy of a human, and the energy of nature, or the resources of nature. So there's something around that you're like trying to manifest something. Like it's giving me magician vibes. For those of you that know tarot, it's like, the magician, and the magician card in the tarot, it shows a figure standing there with like all the resources at his disposal. He's got the pentacles, he's got the wand, he's got the sword, and he's got the what's the other one, cup. So it's like all which represent the four elements, or it represents like the four different resources, the four different natural resources, and it's kind of using those. So some of you might be very much getting into like things like manifesting, or doing different rituals or different practices to try and like work with like natural energies or something in order to manifest something in the physical world, or being more intentional about what you're wanting to manifest, or just more generally, like I said, like wanting to figure out like what you can make of your life, or where you want to go in your life, or going down some sort of path that you want to create for yourself. So very powerful energy there. Let's have a look at what's the energy. We'll get a bit of an energy check first. What is the energy that pile 2 has been in? 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. So you've been in this energy of trying to create, like I said, 9 of Pentacles is all about independence. So this is about like trying to create financial independence for yourself, or trying to create some sort of stability or security for yourself that is just for you, that is allowing you to live the lifestyle that you want. Maybe some of you have been starting a business, because this card often gives me like entrepreneur vibes. So it's like you've been putting in the work to manifest something that gives you that stability, that gives you that security, that gives you that lifestyle that you want, and gives you the kind of abundance that you want as well. So I feel like you've been really working on manifesting your independence in some way, shape, or form. What are the blessings that are coming to pile 2? Did that flip? Nope. What are the blessings that are coming to pile 2 through this, or that are ready to be harvested by pile 2 for this fall equinox? Oh my goodness, I love this. The world. Yeah. This is beautiful. For those of you that want to get to a point where you are secure enough, financially or materially or whatever it might be, in order to be able to like travel, or in order to be able to live where you want, or in order to be able to like go wherever you want in the world, or just have that location independence or freedom, or just have time. Like maybe some of you just want to like move so that you can live near the water, and you can just have time out during the day to like go and like sit on the beach, or whatever it might be. Or some of you might be really wanting to get to a point where you're wealthy enough to be able to just afford like exotic holidays and like beachy locations or something like that, or just travel with friends, or like go, yeah, be able to, I'm just kind of seeing with the pineapple and it looks like a sort of pina colada or something here. It's like, be able to go and have fun, be able to go on trips when you want. So I feel like that's something you've been very focused on manifesting. And this is a blessing that is coming to you. All that hard work that you've put in, or all that work that you've put in to create that independence for yourself, is going to lead to this blessing of being able to have that, like, just freedom, really, and be able to travel where you want, be able to go in the world where you want. Also, the world is to do with like the end of a cycle as well. So I feel like it's interesting, we've got the 9 here, which is like kind of the penultimate, it's before the very ending of the cycle. With the 10 of Pentacles, you see the ultimate security and stability and luxury and comfort and all those kind of things. But it's interesting how it's like that's something that you're working on, just creating enough like financial independence and security for yourself, and you're focused on your own path. We see like an individual female figure in all 3 cards here. It's like you have chosen to walk your own path, to work on what you want, what is important to you, to create that independence, to create enough financial stability and security for yourself, so that you can then like take the trips you want to take, or go in the world where you want to go, or have the freedom, the location independence to move about where you want. So maybe some of you are trying to be like, yeah, like I said, it could be like an entrepreneur, like laptop lifestyle, digital nomad, something like that. Or maybe you have been working on something where it'll get to a point where it makes you passive income. So you just, you don't need to necessarily be tied to a particular place. You can move about and travel freely, whatever it might be. But that is a blessing that is definitely coming to you. So let's get a bit more of a look at what blessings are coming. Ooh, I love this. The creatrix, creativity. Yeah, so maybe for some of you, this is like writing. We see this figure writing here. It could be writing a book with all these books on the bookcases. So you've got this in common with pile 1. There was a lot around writing and communication with pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1 as well, it could be worth checking that out too. There may be some messages there, but definitely creating something. I feel like with the web here, this makes me think of like the World Wide Web. So this could be writing or something that that ends up going on the web. So you could be creating something for the internet. So it could be a blog, or it could be just some kind of writing that you put on some kind of platform online. It could be writing that gets made into like, I'm hearing like a mini series. So maybe some of you are script writers or screenwriters or something. Or, you're going to write something that's going to be made into like a series that goes online, or a film that goes online. But you've got that creative energy, and you've got this energy where you've been working hard to create what it is that you want to create. I am also picking up not just a writer energy here. I'm also picking up just someone sort of, working hard, like working at night to kind of like, do their whatever their business is as well. This could be a business that's online, because I did pick up a very strong like entrepreneur or digital nomad type vibe as well. So maybe some of you are like, you are creating your own agency, for example, or you're a marketer or something along those lines. You're wanting to start your own online business, either selling something or selling like information or guidance for, like some sort of like you write things for people or something. Like you might be like a like you write sort of creative copy for people's websites or something like that, or you could be a freelance writer or something. But I'm definitely getting vibes of you have been working hard to like create something, whether it's a business or a book, to give yourself that like independence to be able to then go in the world where you want to go. So bravo, pile number 2. This is amazing energy. Whoa, that came out fast. I didn't even get a chance to ask the question, but it came flying out. So we've got dreaming, be aware of your dreams. So I feel like maybe for some of you, if this is something, an energy you're trying to manifest, you're trying to like step into more fully, keeping a dream journal could be very helpful. Also just really honoring your dreams and being aware of dreams that you've had for a long time. And also we've got a lot of cycles here as well, like understanding that things go through cycles. So if there has been something you've been trying to manifest, maybe there's a certain period of like putting the effort in, putting the energy in, and then like you know, allowing yourself to like replenish through like sleep and rest and like taking some time out and going on holiday, or if you can, or something like that, you know, allowing yourself to restore your creative well, if you like, through, you know, traveling or like reading other books, or like, you know, watching films, or, you know, just allowing your imagination to go free, allowing yourself just to see what ideas it kind of comes up with. So something around sort of allowing yourself to dream is very important here, you know, very much like acknowledging your dreams, honoring your dreams, listening to your dreams. Keeping some kind of dream journal, I feel like, could be quite helpful for some of you. It might be a way to get some ideas. You know, this is something that I sometimes do. If I'm struggling with a certain thing, whether it's like, you know, what reading I should do even, or whatever it might be, it could be anything small to something quite big, I will ask for guidance from my guides or from the goddess before I go to sleep, and invariably, most often that same night, or sometimes it might happen a night or two later, I will have some sort of answer appear in my dream, and it's like a sort of a lucid dream, like you'll kind of be vaguely aware as you're dreaming that your question is being answered, or it might come about, you know, the next day through like someone could say something to you, or you know, you could see a sign or something like that. So if there's been something you've been trying to manifest, or something you've been trying to create, or something you've been trying to work on, and you're maybe stuck with it a little bit, or you're not quite sure how to progress it in some way, then being like asking your dreams, or being very aware of your dreams, could be very helpful for you. So what? Whoa. Beautiful. Peace Walker. Peace, gentle, and forward. Card number 9. So we've got 2 9s here, because we've got the 9 here with the Peace Walker and 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely. And 9s are an energy of like being independent and focusing on yourself, focusing on your own path. And again, we've got a single individual figure in all of these cards. So I feel like this is something you're trying to manifest. There's a lot of like independence for yourself. So maybe for some of you, if you've been stuck in something with someone else or something, or you're trying to create some sort of independence, maybe you're trying to either leave home or leave a relationship, or you've just done that or something, or you're just trying to become more like financially independent, or create, you know, the sort of lifestyle that you want in whichever way. Or maybe some of you have been leaving, you know, you've left behind sort of corporate or a company or something, so that you can go your own way. There's a lot around like going forward with your own path, going forward with your ideas, creating your own life, following your dreams, putting your ideas out in the world as well. So let's get a final card, and then we'll finish up with your goddess card. So what energy is pile 2? Whoa, it came flying out. Continuance. Interesting. And we've got Capricorn here. So yeah, I feel like this is just confirming with the Capricorn energy, you know, it's that sea goat energy, or that goat energy of like, you know, really having the perseverance and the commitment and the dedication, you know, to like climbing up that mountain. So whatever it is that you've started creating, whatever it is that you've been putting the hard work in, keep going at it, because it is going to pay off with both the 9 of Pentacles here and the world as well. Like you are going to get that, you know, abundance or freedom or location independence or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. You are going to get that. So keep working at it, keep committing to it, keep going up that mountain, keep ascending, keep working hard. And also continuance, you know, it's like keep continuing with what you've been doing, keep going down that path. I feel like that is the kind of final energy for you. And the apples as well are like symbolic of harvest and abundance as well. So I feel like, you know, if you continue down this path, you are going to get the kind of abundance, financial stability and security that you have been yearning for or looking for, or working towards. So let's finish up with your goddess card. So you got Goddess Lateran, Goddess of Magic, beautiful, card number 16. So let me just read a little bit from her message, and then if you want to join me over on my Patreon, I'll leave the link below to the extended reading, and I'll go into exactly what steps you need to do or what energy shifts you need to make in order to harvest these particular blessings. And we'll also be doing, we've got a Lateran's ritual here in the book, which I'll be going into for you that you can do in your own time. So Lateran is an Irish goddess, and she's a goddess of action and abundance and pleasures, and it says an abundance of invitations and pleasurable meetings are coming your way. Woo! So seize these opportunities. What transpires will lead you to reaping harvests of gold and future abundance. And we've got this like tree here with all these pentacles, which is symbolic of like money or finances or stability. So I feel like there is a lot that is ready for you that is waiting for you to be harvested. That financial abundance that you're looking for is there. So in fact, you may feel as if Lateran has cast her magic wand over your life. The harvest month of August is particularly fortuitous for getting what you want or going where you wish to go. So we've just had August in the Northern Hemisphere when I'm uploading this. So I feel like August, whatever efforts you put into this project or this business or whatever it is, or into some aspect of your life in August, are going to pay dividends for you. So now is the perfect time to sow the seeds for your future financial prosperity and emotional happiness. A new creative project you begin will bear fruit. You'll yield good results from your natural talents while being yourself. Yeah, this is exactly what I felt, is like you are going your own path. You're doing things your way, but it's like you're doing it by being you. It's like you're going your own way and you're being yourself doing it, but you're also creating, manifesting the kind of abundance that you want from just being you, from just like going your own path. So I love that. Now is the time to follow your enthusiasm for something productive that you feel you'd like to do. You have much to look forward to and assured of a brilliant time, especially between spring and late fall, when all areas of your life will become as you wish. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for my lovely viewers of YouTube. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. Don't forget to leave a comment below if this resonated. I would love to hear from you, and I welcome you to join me over on Patreon if you'd like to get more guidance from Goddess Lateran. We'll go into her ritual and get a little bit more tarot and oracle cards to go into exactly what you need to do in order to harvest this abundance. Okay, my lovely Pearl 2s, I'm going to leave you there. All the best with your blessings, and I will see you in the next reading. All my love. Bye. Hi there, Pearl 3. If you chose the Purposeful card with the Bloodstone Crystal, this will be your reading on what blessings are ready to be harvested. Okay, so Pearl number 3, I feel like you have been working very hard towards stepping into your purpose, or at least starting to tune into your inner voice so you know what your purpose is. And I just saw 11:11 on the timer. So I feel like, yeah, you're coming into alignment with your purpose, and you're stepping into that alignment more consciously, more intentionally. You're starting to actually live your purpose, or if you haven't, if you don't feel like you are already on the path to expressing your purpose or living your purpose, you're at least asking the right questions, or starting to take the steps towards figuring out what that is, or like I said, listening to that inner voice, listening to your true self, not just necessarily going down some sort of a conventional path or safe path, or path that has been like conditioned into you, or whatever it might be. So I feel like also with these cats here, cats are symbolic of independence. So I feel like you're starting to be more independent, or step into a purpose that involves being a lot more independent, or at least thinking more independently. So again, like I said, not being so, necessarily following some sort of a conventional path, or following some sort of a, something that you've been encouraged to do, or even something you were doing previously. You're starting to step more powerfully into what your purpose is in this incarnation, which is really powerful energy. So Let's have a look. Let's just start with an energy check. What energy has pile 3 been in up until, wow, that came flying out. Yes, exactly. Knight of Swords. You have been like cutting through things. You've been being very decisive, and you've been taking action on being very purposeful, being very like driven, going towards what it is that is like your truth as well. There's a lot of like, blue energy here, which is linked with the throat chakra, which is all about expressing your truth and expressing yourself clearly and being authentic, being true to your own true self. So I feel like that is something that you have been taking action on, and you're starting to, I feel like, get somewhere with that. It's like you're starting to get clear on like what isn't you, what you don't want to do, what's just distraction, or what sort of conditioning, whatever it is. And now you're starting to like actually ascend, or like actually have liftoff, like actually go towards your actual purpose. So really love to see that. It may feel that you haven't yet, but I really do feel like this is something that if you're not already kind of feeling like you're having liftoff towards your purpose, this is something that you very soon will. What blessings are ready to be harvested? 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like for many of you, pile number 3, you are meant to give your wisdom to others in some way. You're meant to be some sort of guide or light. Maybe some of you identify as a light worker or a starseed or something along those lines, or very or empathic. You might be an empath, something like that. It's like you have a lot of beautiful heart-centered energy with this green color here. A lot of heart chakra energy to give, a lot of light to give. It's like you're very radiant. You have a lot of natural light within you. I feel like you, it's like you very much, part of your purpose is to spread that light, essentially. Part of your purpose is to be able to give that light or give your energy in some way, shape, or form to other people, because 6 of Pentacles is about kind of having more than enough that you can give to others. It's like an overabundance of something. It's being generous of spirit. It's being of service to humanity in some way. So in this particular card, this figure has got money in one hand that she's giving to this person, and food in another. So this could be, you know, getting to a point where you're able to create some sort of a, you know, like it could be a refuge for people. It could be like being able to give actual resources to people in some form. But for many of you, I feel like this is less about something physical and tangible, and actually more about just giving your wisdom, giving your light, giving your guidance, giving your heart-centered energy to people in some form that is part of your purpose. So we'll get into a little bit more detail about that with these cards. So what is this blessing that is ready for pile 3 to harvest? Ooh, Anya, the Fairy Queen with protection. Interesting. So this could be something around like both finding protection for yourself, but then also being able to give protection to others. So this could be, you know, like I mentioned, through the form of some sort of a financial support to others, some sort of a, like, you know, cooking food for others or giving nourishment to others, giving refuge to others. You know, it could be setting up some kind of, maybe something you're deciding to go towards is like getting to a point where you can set up some kind of safe place for people, you know, and that doesn't have to be a physical safe place. That could be emotionally, you know. This could be like deciding to go towards something related to being able to give guidance, you know, that helps people to feel very emotionally safe, you know, that helps people feel protected, helps their like inner child self to feel very protected, and you know, helps them to say, you know, with the heart chakra color coming through here, and you being very heart-centered and being able to give heart-centered energy out. This could be around like, you know, helping people to stay safe within relationships, for example, giving guidance around that. There could be something that you felt was your purpose. This isn't really a life purpose reading, so I'm not going to get into too much depth or too much detail about what that might be, because it'll be different for all of you. And if you are interested in a life purpose reading, I do have a purpose reading on my channel that you can check out and see if there might be something there that resonates. But I just feel like more generally the energy, one of the blessings that is coming to you is whatever this purpose is very protected. Both you are very protected, but also your energy as well that you're going to be giving to people is very protective energy, and that you are going to be able to offer people protection of some sort. So, this, for some of you might know exactly what this is. You might be like, yes, I've always wanted to set up like, a refuge for people. I've always wanted to set up a safe place for people so that they can go if they've been through any kind of abuse or any kind of, victim of something or other, So it could be a number of different things. For others of you, you might not know fully what this is yet. This might be part of like what you're trying to ascertain, or what you're trying to go towards is getting clear on what is my gift, or what is my exact the best skill or best gift or best thing that I have, that I'm most abundant in, that I really can just give to others very freely, that I have in such a abundance that is just ready to be able to generously give of that resource or that time or that energy or that gift. It's like something that you're maybe starting to figure out for yourself and starting to get more clear on. Well, didn't even get to ask the question there. We've got dance, let your body move. Wow, interesting. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, there could be something around movement here, like getting into your sacral chakra energy that could really help you to free up this energy that is wanting to be like untapped and given to others, this sort of light energy. So yeah, moving, going dancing. Maybe some of you have been thinking about taking up dancing, or maybe some of you already do a lot of dancing and that could just be confirmation. Or maybe for some of you, your purpose is related to something to do with dance or movement, I also feel like here, I'm just noticing all this like purple energy up here, which is linked with like the third eye and the crown chakra. So I feel like movement or dance could be very useful in like unlocking, like somehow unblocking that chakra, like tapping into that like getting your getting more in tune with your intuition. There we go. So yeah, maybe doing especially kind of things like 5 rhythms dance, or like chakra dance, or sort of Shakti dancing, or that type of thing, like very fluid feminine type movement, or even like sort of things like yin yoga, or just some kind of movement. Get your body moving, let your body move, get into a state of flow that will help you kind of unlock your intuition and help you tap into your intuition if you are trying to get a bit more clear, or trying to step more powerfully into like your purpose, or take action on your purpose in some way. Let's have a look. What blessings are coming to, what blessings are ready to be harvested? Woo, yes. The hare, card number 28, with other worlds, shape-shifting, and fertility. Interesting. So, yeah, the other world aspect is giving me vibes of what I was mentioning at the beginning with the star seed and light worker, that kind of thing. So I feel like maybe for some of you, you might very much identify with being something like that, or you might sort of feel very like connected with like other worlds. Like I'm also seeing kind of glastonbury in the distance here, so some kind of connection with like Avalon, or Atlantis, or kind of those sort of like the lost lands, or even like star systems like Pleiades or something like that. You could feel like not terribly at home in the earth, and you could feel more connected with those like higher realms, which could also explain with the Knight of Swords, like he's just totally up in the air. Like you could be someone who is more comfortable kind of up in those like ethereal realms, or in the higher realms, like not necessarily being down on earth. But I feel like also with shape-shifting, like you have an ability to be able to like connect with like those other realms very easily. Like you can shift your energy like you can connect with other realms, so you can access other realms just by shifting your energy very easily. So some of you might be able to like meditate, do like astral projection, that type of thing. Interesting. Let's have a look at Green Witch energy. What energy is coming in for pile number 3? What energy? Ooh, stimulation. Interesting, with Aries. So some of you could be Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you could just be stepping into that Aries energy, which is essentially almost like quite a leadership energy or an initiatory energy. Definitely an action-taking energy. So you may be stepping into a phase now where you feel very inspired and activated and like stimulated to take action on what your purpose is. But I feel like just in general, you're going to go through one of the blessings that's coming in is going through a phase of feeling very creatively stimulated and knowing like what it is that you want to create, like feeling very inspired. Yeah, feeling very inspired and then actually taking action on what those inspirations are. Interesting. Okay, let's finish up with your goddess card. And we got card number 33 with Arwen, Goddess of Inspiration. Amazing. What was I just saying about feeling stimulated and inspired to take action on like these inspirations that you're getting, on these intuitive nudges that you're getting? Very, very interesting. So let's read a little bit from the book, and I'm going to finish the YouTube portion of the reading there. If you are joining me for the extended over on Patreon, I am going to go into a goddess ritual for Goddess Arwen for exactly what you can do to step into harvesting the blessings that are due to you through this period, and we'll take a little bit more of an in-depth look at exactly what steps you need to take, or what, you know, if there's any blocks that you have, if there's any sort of energy shifts you need to do in order to harvest this. So let's just finish up with a little bit of a message from Goddess Arwen. So Goddess of Inspiration, and her keywords are remembrance, memory, and illumination. And she's a Welsh goddess of inspiration and remembrance, a charmer of people's minds. She shows that the essence of life is the flow of spiritual energy. You are oracular, able to foresee events and predict the future for yourself and others. You know you must start a project to achieve the result you want. Now is the time to begin what you've postponed. You'll not achieve as much if you wait to be inspired. You're more capable and braver than you realize. Your social, academic, business, artistic and creative ideas will flourish. Inspiration comes from within and without, but determination keeps inspiration flowing. Your spirit holds gems of inspiration that are sacred blessings. Arwen's lamp represents the illumination of your inner life. You need to open a door to a higher plane as shown by the lamp, a symbol of faith, safety, light, intelligence, and protection against the forces of evil. As the wick of Arwen's flame is consumed to give light, so you may have to sacrifice your time for a while to concentrate on the project you're being encouraged to begin or finish. A flame can only burn when fueled by a source. You must also cling to what fuels you. You're capable of doing your best in any circumstances, even when you meet adversity or out of your comfort zone. You adapt to every aspect of life. That's that shape-shifting, yeah. You adapt to every aspect of life by not letting thoughts of what you can't do put you off what you can. Even in despair, focus on the light. Inspiration will come and shadows will be left behind, not in front of you. When your wish for something is strong, spiritual powers will support you as it's your destiny to achieve it. Difficulties will prepare you for miracles to manifest, so keep your inner light burning. And then there's a message and a ritual for inspiration, which I will go into over on the Patreon. So if you are joining me over there, I'll leave the link below. If you're leaving me here, which is of course more than fine, if you feel inspired and like you have got enough nourishment from this reading, then that is wonderful. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. Leave a comment below if it resonated. I would really love to hear from you. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already part of the Els Temple community. I would love to have you here. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I next upload a reading, and hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading. It helps tell me what content resonated for you. It is resonating for you guys at the moment. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. All the best with your journey, with your blessings over this fall equinox period, and I will see you in the next reading. All my love.